Tonight, we delve into the shadowy origins of a figure whose very name chills the blood in the heart of England, Black Annis. Her earliest documented whispers emerge from the 18th century Leicestershire landscape, tied to a place known as Black Annie's Bower Close in old title deeds. But to truly understand Annis, we must trace her bloodline far beyond these records to something much older. What if this terrifying hag, with her iron claws and taste for human flesh, is not merely a local legend, but a fragmented memory of something far more ancient, something primordial? That's the most surprising connection we'll unearth. Long before she was a local bogeyman, scholars suggest Black Annis might have been a remnant of a pre-Christian mother goddess, conceived in her crone aspect as a devourer, a dark facet of the earth's cycle of death and rebirth. She personified the untamed wilderness, the primal fear lurking beyond the hearth. Her core characteristics, a chilling blue face, vast iron claws, and a hunger for children, were established in these foundational fears. She was the ultimate cautionary tale, a brutal enforcer of good behavior. Parents would simply say, "Black Annis will get you," and children knew what that meant. It's a stark reminder of how our ancestors encoded their deepest anxieties and societal rules into these terrifying figures. What's fascinating is how this archetype didn't stay confined to Leicestershire. Travel across the Celtic lands, and you encounter the Cailleach Pere, a blue-faced, iron-clawed hag, also a child-eating bogey woman. It's a near-perfect match, suggesting a deep, shared cultural root. Venture further east, and you find the Slavic Baba Yaga, another cannibalistic witch with a fearsome appearance who preys on children. Even the Indic Kali, with her destructive aspects, shares a fearsome feminine energy. While names and specific details adapt to local environments, Annis in her sandstone cave with the ancient oak, Baba Yaga in her chicken-legged hut, the consistent elements are undeniable, powerful, often monstrous female figures associated with the wild and embodying a threat to the vulnerable. It speaks to a universal human need to personify danger, to give shape to the formless anxieties that persist across continents and eras. But Annis's story takes a fascinating turn through historical transformation. One compelling theory posits that she isn't purely mythical, but a monstrous folk memory of a real person, Agnes Scott, a medieval anchoress who lived in a cave in the Dane Hills around the 15th century. Perhaps her reclusive life, her piety, or even anti-anchorite sentiment during the Reformation twisted her memory into the terrifying figure we know. By the 19th century, John Hyrick's play cemented her image in popular culture. We even see the legend influencing architecture. Cottages in Leicestershire were purportedly built with small windows, a physical defense against her iron claws. From ancient goddess to distorted historical figure, then a local bogeyman, Annis reflects how human perception, fear, and even literature continually reshape the supernatural narrative. Today, Black Annis continues to evolve. She's been embraced by some Wiccan groups, reinterpreted as Anu, the great goddess in her crone form. And though geographically distant, a tangible echo of her name resonates in the Black Agnes statue in Greenmount Cemetery, Vermont. This modern monument, while a distinct entity, has accumulated its own urban legend of bad luck for those who sit on her lap, demonstrating how the core idea of a fearsome female figure, once tied to a specific location, can inspire new, localized manifestations of dread. Just as our ancestors fastened skins across windows, we now seek protection from new, unseen threats, whether online or in the shadows of our cities. Ultimately, the enduring legacy of Black Annis and figures like her teaches us something profound about ourselves. These entities are not just monsters, they are cultural artifacts evolving alongside humanity, reflecting our deepest fears, our shifting values, and our continuous need to define the boundaries between the known and the terrifyingly unknown. They remind us that the supernatural is not static, but a living, breathing narrative, constantly adapting, constantly teaching. That's all for today's investigation into the shadows. If you want to dive deeper into the dark archives, make sure to subscribe to the Histo T YouTube channel. Remember, knowledge is our best defense against the darkness, and I'll see you in the next archive. Stay vigilant.